The Eleusinian Mysteries, is it truly what we think it is? I was given a task. I was to travel back in time for 24 hours. I was to choose any day and go back. The task seems pretty simple, but in reality, it is very difficult. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of places and timelines which I wanted to see for myself. But one which stuck out to me, one which makes archaeologists and mythologists till this day doubt, one which is so well hidden from society that even masterminds are unable to fully comprehend what it is. If I had the chance to go back, I would hop into a time machine and set the date to 1400 BC, wind up in Eleusis, unraveling one of the world's biggest unknown phenomenons, the Eleusinian Mysteries. What are these Eleusinian Mysteries? Why have they such importance to me? Is it truly worth the propaganda which I have imposed? And to that I answer, most definitely. The Eleusinian Mysteries are based off the goddess Demeter, and for us to truly understand what it is, we must first comprehend the backstory. The backstory begins with Persephone and Hades. Persephone was the daughter of Demeter who was abducted by Hades. When Demeter found out about this, she went into deep mourning. She was constantly setting droughts and fires and natural disasters to hit the crops and to stop them from growing. Because of this, a terrible famine broke out. Zeus was then obliged to tell Hades to release Persephone, but before he did so, he fed her pomegranate seeds. These pomegranate seeds then tied her to the underworld, causing her half of the time to be on earth with her mother and the crops are growing, and half of the time in the underworld, the crops are dying and everything is sad. Based on this backstory, the people have created a ritual or these mysteries to kind of commemorate Persephone and Demeter's journey to find her. When they created these rituals, they were reenacting this journey, and therefore it happened twice a year. Once in spring, which was called the Lesser Mysteries, and once in autumn, which were called the Greater Mysteries. These mysteries were said to have been very religious, promising a better afterlife, a better connection to the gods, a more deeper understanding of life and death itself. Pretty much, it offered the people a cleanse. These mysteries were then taking place in Eleusis, where they would sit by the well of Demeter and soon go down a telesterion. This telesterion was an underground theater in which they would reenact the rebirth of Persephone. Whatever happened in this telesterion stayed in the telesterion. No one was to hear of it, to see of it, or to know anything of it outside. Famous philosophers such as Plato, Plutarch, and Socrates all participated in these mysteries. In most of their works, you can hear that they have been cleansed. You can hear that they have a different viewpoint of life, of death. But because they have sworn an oath of secrecy, they were unable to fully say or to say fact by fact what they withheld or what they went under. So they wrote about it in secret codes or through secret messages, yet hinting that these Eleusinian mysteries were of true importance to them and their perspectives. The mysteries were ended by Emperor Theodosius in 392 AC, meaning that they have lasted for over 2,000 years and in complete secrecy. Yes, these mysteries have ended. Yes, we get the gist of what happened, but is that truly it? What was there so secret, so sacred about these rituals that no one was to hear of it outside? If someone were to say something, they would either be punished to death or to a horrible punishment. Was it a cult? Was it something which went against the moral code, the code of law, any ethical code in general? What was there so secret? There are so many questions and yet no answers to back them up. The ancient civilization had thousands, if not millions, of rituals and these kind of secret cults which they were open to the public eye. Then why didn't the same rules apply to these Eleusinian mysteries? For this reason, for the reason of unleashing the secrecy, I want to go back. I want to go back to the day it all began. the day when they were the original crew, the original reenactment. I want to go down that telesterion and say for myself whether this is something truly mesmerizing, frightening, or just another ritual which is not worth the propaganda. There are many different perspectives on these Eleusinian mysteries. Famous philosophers, professors have perfected their hypothesis as to what they think was truly there. The two which I have dialed it down to are that it was exaggerated or that it was made up. What do I mean by exaggerated? By exaggerated, I mean that the people who participated in these rituals, they themselves didn't want to tell the public of what happened because they wanted to feel special. They were in awe. They were in awe that they were the ones who were chosen to have a better afterlife. But in reality, it was nothing that special. They just wanted to keep it secret for the sake of themselves. So it was exaggerated due to selfish reasons. The second one was that it was made up. What do I mean by made up? That these rituals were not seen with the naked eye. They were only seen with the inner eye, meaning that these rituals might have been something in our subconscious, something that we ourselves made up and not truly there. They might have been fabricated. Since I only have one day to go back to, and I have already mentioned that these rituals lasted for 9 to 10 days, I had to choose one day, and I chose day 7. Why did I do that? Day 7 is known as the Mysteriotides Nichtes, which translates to the mysterious nights. On this day, everything is unknown. They went down the telesterion. They went into the temple of Demeter. They participated in the major libations and initiations. And nothing of this day is known to the world. People are striving for information. They crave information. They crave confirmation, evidence, and facts. But in reality, it was nothing of this importance. We have to go back. I have to go back. And I have to unfold everything that happened on day 7. I want to describe the most mysterious night of the Eleusinian mysteries. The night which gives them the spark, the true sense of secrecy. Now, they say that these Eleusinian mysteries were only seen with the inner eye, that there was this feeling of amalgamation of symbolic acts. Then why? Why were the rituals, the sacraments, the myths, the allegories, everything that was used, said, or done, not open to the public eyes and ears? I want to hear the legomena, to see the decnomena, and to participate in the toromena. I want to go down the telesterion and see for myself. I want to read the works of Plato, Plutarch, and Socrates and fully be able to analyze and discuss what they truly mean, and not just read it over as basic facts or basic information which has been held in my possession. Maybe these Eleusinian mysteries weren't real. Maybe they are. Maybe I was wrong to choose them as the only day to go back to. But deep inside of me, I have a feeling that I was right. I know that once I come back, I will be able to spread the news. But there is this one question which keeps on bugging me. If I go down the telesterion, if I participate in everything, if I see, if I do, if I hear everything that they're doing, will I be able to come back and freely discuss about it amongst my society, my civilization? Or will I too feel frightened and pressured because of the oath I have sworn and not be able to say anything and become part of the secret instead of unleashing it to my world? All will unravel in my hands. I will be the eyes and the ears to one of the biggest unknown world events. So, if I had the chance to go back in time to an ancient civilization just for one day, I would hop into a time machine and set the date to 1400 BC, unraveling one of the world's biggest unknown world phenomenons, the Eleusinian mysteries. Thank you.